Welcome back to Sarita's garden. All right, so it's the end of the day, and this is the Carrie Mango that we have in the south end of the property. This is a delicious tasting mango. Apparently, from some of our looking into it, this mango could do pretty well inland, which is where we are. We don't have a lot of breezes. It can be really humid, and so the mango fruit in general can be susceptible to anthracnose, if I'm pronouncing it right. It's the black spotted, I think it's a fungus that spreads. And I believe that Carrie is one of the varieties that is slightly more resistant to that, or does a little bit better under those conditions. So we shall see. However, if you've seen some of my past videos, this is the back south end of our property that was completely underwater about a week and a half ago. So I've been thinking a lot about whether to dig up and move this mango or leave it here and work with the conditions. What I'm understanding so far, what I know so far, and is not that much, is that mangoes can tolerate flooding and water. However, if there's fruit on the tree, it can cause splitting of the fruit. So this may not be a great spot for the mango. However, I'm going to just give it a shot, and since it's already here and seems to be happy and doing well, and this is all an experiment, right? So what I was looking into is what could I plant around it to give it a little protection, give it some nutrients, and protection from the sun, protection from the wind. So here's the plan. I have planted jack bean, which I grew very quickly. I had these seeds from a good friend, and so here is the jack bean. I put 6 in a pot, 5 jumped up. Before I planted them, they were like 8 inches tall, which is really fast. I planted them on May 31st, and today is June 6th. So I've got 5 of those that popped up, and I did plant the seed that didn't grow yet, just to see what might happen. So it's a little messy around here. There's some grass and weeds and stuff, but I do have them all around. What I found out in my research is that the jack bean can provide some nice ground cover. I believe some nitrogen fixing, since it's a bean. That's just my assumption. And it does well with high water conditions. I don't know how high, but it does do well in a wetter environment. So I thought, I have it, let's plant it. So ideally that should cover up this whole area with green foliage and give a little nutrition to the mango without having to use any synthetic fertilizer, which is our preference. So that's a thought there, to give a little ground cover, protect the earth there with this green, and then outside of it in the mulch. So I had the mulch closer, and what I did was I pulled all the mulch away with a rake, and then I had these sweet potato slips in a pot here that I had been just growing from cutting in Naples, and they just were really tall. They were probably about 18 inches tall in the pot that I had. Really needed to get out of the pot. And so I thought, let's just pop them in the mulch and see if they have a chance. Typically sweet potatoes grow quite well around mulch. They don't seem to be too bothered by it. And so, but no loss if they don't work. But what I'm hoping here is that the sweet potato foliage will spread and grow. And this is not necessarily to grow sweet potatoes per se. I mean, that would be a massive bonus. But I did hear a presentation of someone talking about his swale. And in his swale, he was growing sweet potato. And so it just kind of clicked for me that maybe these could do really well and suck up a little bit of water if I have them growing around the mango. And then also, you know, I want to keep the mulch here to kind of be breaking down and adding some nutrition as well to the mango. And the sweet potato, I think could be a nice cover of the mulch. And I only recently heard someone speak about covering your mulch, that you don't ideally want the mulch just exposed, but you want to have something growing in it, on it. And I can't tell you more than that, but that's my very early, brief understanding of it right now. So that's what I worked on tonight. Just took about maybe 15 minutes to pop those jack beans in, scrape away the mulch, pop the sweet potato slips in, and so that's that bed. I'll keep you posted on what happens and how things grow in there, and I'll also keep you posted on what the water situation is like in this area of our property as we go throughout the summer. We'll just keep an eye on it and notice what that looks like with each rain that we get and any storms that we get this summer. Thanks for watching Sarita's Garden. Hope to see you next time.